I'm back here with another video. I'm gonna be cruising around in my Challenger. I changed the skin on it and the license plate. I am expressing how much horsepower I have in this car. So it's 1592. That's a R34, R35, right? One of those two. Ooh, he hit him pretty good. R35 Skyline. We're gonna be cruising around here. I changed the skin because the monster was getting too old. But that's what it looks like. I still have the eyes. The eyes is my favorite one. So yeah, this the first thing I want to talk about is some of the things that bother me in Need for Speed. It's just crazy. Like my Challenger has more than 1500 horsepower. Okay, so that's pretty, you know, impressive for a muscle, especially a drift muscle car. And a random, like for example, Supra has in this game 1014 horsepower. Now, in perspective, horsepower actually increases your acceleration. You know, it actually increases your start point. Like right here where I'm at, if I burn up my tires and I make them sticky enough to get the maximum grip to touch the ground, my car's gonna launch like hella fast, crazy because of the horsepower. Now with the Supra, you know, it might not launch as fast as this, but since it's so light, it'll eventually catch up. Now that's one thing that's bothering me in this game, because where the hell the horsepower goes? Like 1500, almost 1600 horsepower. Where does it go? Alright, and this car is heavy, I get it. This car weighs at least 4500 pounds. Because, you know, come on, it's a big block engine, you know, it's a V8 big block, you know, 1592 Hemi, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of crazy, you know, to see that 1500 horsepower Challenger struggles to catch up with a Supra in this game. And eventually my Challenger is the fastest car in the game, which is true. And it's crazy because in these normal streets where I'm drifting at, I can go approximately 150 to 170 miles per hour. And that's probably the same for every car. But isn't it kind of unfair? Like, they actually made this car and an accelerated weakness for this car. You know, like, this car reaches 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Okay, that's actually impressive. But you know, since it's 2.6 seconds, why am I not getting faster with that horsepower? Now that's just been really bothering me with this Challenger, you know. And I love this car. This is my favorite car in the game, you know. And since the horsepower is a lot, they should at least make this game a little bit more realistic and make that, you know, start point of this Challenger the fastest and strongest, you know, like strongest start point, no matter how heavy it is. Like, okay, it weighs at least almost 4,500 pounds, so the horsepower shouldn't have any problem still accelerating this car, you know, because come on, this car reaches 238 miles per hour, you know what I mean? Now, this car is it's not a classic, obviously. This is a modern coupe muscle car, but it's still a muscle car because it's an 8-cylinder and has more than 300 horsepower. No, 250 horsepower. And most of the cars have more than 250 horsepower. Put in perspective, because back then in classics, many cars have strong engines. Like, the strongest engine out there is made by Chevrolet. Like, Chevrolet made 302 No, that's Ford made 302. Chevrolet made 350, 351, 396, 427, 454, 502, and 570, 572, and 620. 620 is the fastest thing. It comes from a Corvette engine, and you know, it have all those engines, and obviously Hemi is not beating Chevrolet at making engines, but Chevrolet is still losing with the fastest cars because right now the Camaro C28 Exodus is not a production car. It's just a freaking tuned up version of a Camaro. Because the fastest car the fastest muscle car in the world is still the Challenger Demon, because it's a car. Like, it's not a car that's been upgraded. It's a stock car, you know, and it has the best acceleration time. They said supposedly in a quarter mile, and that's pretty impressive. But you know, my question is that car has 846 horsepower, I think. 846 horsepower, and the Exodus has 1,000. Alright? Now, it's pretty obvious that Exodus will destroy the Demon in a matter of seconds, because Exodus is too fast for the Demon. But they should never done that, though, you know? Because since Chevrolet has a 620 engine, why would they not put a 620 engine? Now, the regular Camaros these days, they only have a 396 engine inside of it. They're using a classic engine, but more tuned up in the way of more torque and more speed. So they have 396 engines, while Hemi is rocking 426, and that's pretty unfair. Like, Chevrolet has the engines. Install the engine into the Camaro, the Corvette, well, they have the Chevelle SS, but they're gonna make that car in 2019. But in the, you know, newer cars, and yeah, Chevrolet doesn't want to do that, you know. If they make a 620 engine inside of a Camaro, the Camaro will have probably to 1,100 horsepower, and will probably go at least 215 miles per hour. That would actually, 215 miles per hour. That would actually destroy a Lamborghini, and it would destroy, you know, any muscle car out there. But they don't want to do that for some freaking reason, because Chevrolet is all about style, not about speed. That's why Hennessy came in to upgrade the car. Because in general, Chevrolet has more power than Dodge, but they're not using it right now for some dumb reason. And Ford, you know, obviously Dodge has more power than Ford. Ford is paying attention in SUVs and shit like that, and it's stupid, in my opinion. Pedal to the metal. See, you know, when it comes to grip races, you're not gonna win with this car. This car is all about top speed. You know. Well, anyways, I got full NOS. Let's have some fun. I got full. Wait, hold on. Pedal to. Oh wait, I could race him. I could beat him. I could probably beat him because that's a long track. But how long is the track? That's my question. Let's see. I'm probably gonna lose because he has. What car he has? Wait, where is he? Oh, he left. He disappeared. Pedal to the metal. How far is this? So how long is the track? Let's test it out. I'm gonna test it out. See how far is the track. If the track is pretty long, all the way to the end of the bridge, I'll destroy any car with this Challenger. No doubt, because this Challenger is OP when it comes to full track. Oh wow, perfect. It's so easy to get perfect with this car. Let's see. It's not that long, but it's long. Yeah, I'll destroy anybody here. Yeah. This is a long. This is. Ooh, whoa, what's that? Oh my god. Hope that doesn't mess up my car. Okay, where am I? Oh, okay. So 28.50. Now this track is much shorter. It ends up like right here on there. And this one starts like right here and ends up like all the way over here. I think. Like right over here, then all this right up to here. Right up here, all the way over here. But if they only started this right here, like in the tunnel, that would be much better. Then I'll have all this all the way over here. Oh man. Now this track right here, I've raced a Skyline GTR, like the 99 V-Spec GTR. I raced the newer 2016 GTR and 2017 GTR. I beat them all. I raced a Lamborghini. I beat him. The Hurricane and the Aventador. The only car that I haven't raced in this track is the F50 Ferrari. F12. Wait, no, that's the F50. F12 is the newer Berlina. That's the newer version. And I think that's the most powerful Ferrari in the world. Let me see if anyone wants to join me. I might beat them, but I need more NOS. That's what I need. This car is very good with drifting, but it's just too fat and big, but I don't mind. So let's see if anybody wants to race. This car is beautiful, man. You know what would be nice? Like, for my opinion, like, you can actually take off weight off this car, and you can make it lighter, but you have less armor. Like, your car will crash easier. I would do that. I would take a ton of weight off this car. Like, I'll take the freaking surround system, the speakers, I'll take the fucking back seats out. Oh my god. I'll take the ramp checks off from the front, so it will be like you see my wheels from the inside. Yeah. See, that's why this game is so unrealistic. My car, with that 1500 horsepower, I would have been almost half of the track already. Oh! I didn't even see him. I only saw him when I hit the red light. Oh, he beat me. Who has the highest? Oh, I didn't even see it. Oh, my car is ugly now. But, man. Now, there's another car in the game. It's the Mustang 302 Boss. That one goes the same speed as my Challenger, but less horsepower. It's lighter, of course. And it reaches the speed faster, but that's bullshit because this one has more horsepower. The 302 has over 1200, 1246, and you obviously know how much this one has. What? Alright. Let's see. So let's see. Let's try to achieve. Yeah, you know, yeah, you're right. They're slow, but they're the fastest car in the game. You know, they're actually the fastest car. They produce the most horsepower. They produce the highest trap speed, but their acceleration is terrible because the car is so freaking heavy because it's an 8-cylinder.
Where is it?
Like in this track, I'll destroy anybody in this track because the track is long enough for my block to catch up to the racer. Well, the Challenger in its perspective is the fastest car in the game, you know. It has the most horsepower, it has everything. Now, I would have gone 238 miles per hour, but with the NOS, I'll go 248. But since it takes a long time for the car to reach that, you know, speed, it's you know, it's kind of hard because the car is so heavy. This car has to weigh at least 4,500 pounds. You know, but yeah, you're right. The Challengers are slow. They are kind of slow in the beginning, but in the long run, the block engine will catch up to the car and destroy it. Because this car is just OP. Like, I'll show you the ratings right now. See, 230 miles per hour, 1,592 horsepower, and 2.6 seconds. 0 to 60. And that is it. But Porsches, well, what car is that? Let me see what car is that. I haven't seen that car. I don't know which Porsche you're talking about. I haven't seen any Porsches in this game, man. Let me see. Let me see. I hope you're not talking about the old one, cause that one's fast too. But no, not this one. This is my 11 Cabriolet. Are you talking about the classic one? Let me see the classic one. Oh, that one. Oh, okay, yeah. They're fast, but they're not faster than the Challenger. By trap speed, they're not faster than the Challenger. They go with NOS with nitrous. They only go 247, which is one speed lower than the Challenger, which is kind of stupid. It should at least make cars in this game go at least 250. But yeah, the RS, yeah, it has a better acceleration time, and it's obviously has a it's obviously lighter, and it is faster than the Challenger by stock, I think. Let me see by stock. 178. 176, right. So by stock, it is faster. But the horsepower, how much horsepower does it have? So yeah, it only has a 280 horsepower. So this in stock, this car will still win because, you know, the speed. But if you upgrade it, the Challenger, if you want to put like 2 or 3 miles in this race, the Challenger is gonna win. I'm talking about sprints and racing. It's definitely not better, not drag. Well, sprints and racing, the Porsche 911, yeah, the Porsche 911 will win because, like, in sprints and racing, you have to make some drift corners and turns, and the car is obviously designed for that if you have the upgrades. But in drag, the Challenger will win, and that's the whole point of me of getting this car, of course. But still, yeah, the Porsche will still win in turning, but in drag, just straight like 3 miles, so the Challenger is gonna win. It's pretty obvious. Now, what's the whole point of this car? Like, I don't get this car. You buy it, but you can't customize it. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this car? Yeah, that's true. They, in all records, they use the Porsche, yeah, they use that a lot. But in this game, unfortunately, they didn't really make it as strong as in real life. Because if you have the correct upgrades for the classic Porsche, like I've seen a video before, like they made this guy had made this Porsche go at least 290 miles per hour, and this guy was unstoppable in the track. He destroyed literally everybody. But I guess this game doesn't. They should have put it in this game though, but they didn't do it. you know. And now I think about I should buy this car and see how it handles. Like I could always try this car out. Let me see. This car out, but it's not the same because all these cars right here are terrible. They're not fully upgraded and they piss me off. Alright, I was gonna buy my Honda Civic. That's what I needed. Oh really? Yeah, Porsches in this game are sexy. I know they are. I had the newer Porsches, but I had this Porsche. I'll show you now. I had this one. I had this one. This one was my favorite one. But I ended up selling it because I wanted to try out the Challenger and see how fast that car goes. And the Challenger impresses me, but it's just the acceleration, man. Like the acceleration, but it doesn't matter though, because when it comes to horsepower, the car has the most horsepower, and the horsepower is supposed to kick in with that 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Now, with that horsepower, like now, I'll show you now. Watch. Let me show you an example. Let me show you guys an example what I mean about the Challenger reaching a better speed with that 1500 horsepower. Like, where is that horsepower going? Is it, you know, it disappears, you know? And like, I'm gonna show you what I mean about what should it do with that 1500 horsepower. Like for example, you're in a drag strip, right? You're doing a drag race right now with this Challenger, the same horsepower, same everything, right? Yeah, I'm gonna buy it though. Yeah, I'm just gonna save money up. But for example, like see, like I have 1592 horsepower. Okay, I'm burning my tires up, right? Burn them all the way until they get the max grip. Okay, they're good. Now when I start, 3, 2, 1, boom. See what I mean? Like, I see how it starts. Now it's not really supposed to start like that. Now if I was starting with this Challenger the way I did it, and I would have accelerated right here, my Challenger would have been like all the way to that fucking building over there with that 1500 horsepower. Now my question is, where is the horsepower? It's not in the car. Who is Jennifer Ruiz? Like, that's my question. Where's the horsepower going? Okay, when I burn my tires up, right? Done. I accelerate. See if that's not 1500 horsepower. It looks like to me that I'm only, you know, increasing 1000 horsepower. That's what it looks like. That's what 1000 horsepower looks like. Now, if you want to increase 1500 horsepower and you accelerate, I would have been at that building over there already with that 1500 horsepower. Cause trust me, I've seen drag racing and drag racings, you know, stuff like that on YouTube, and trust me, they have lower horsepower than me with 1300 horsepower, and the guy's already halfway to the damn quarter mile. Now my Challenger's not doing that, which means this game's unrealistic. Like, it's pissing me off. Like, you know, where's that horsepower going? Where is it? Okay, I understand the car weighs almost 4,500 pounds. Doesn't matter. It should at least the horsepower should at least help with it. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. They are off in this game. That's what's pissing me off. Like, okay, OG, you're right. The turning on this car, the handling and stuff like that, you know, it's pretty terrible. And if I ever race with a Porsche and turning corners, I'll lose because the car, number one, the car is too heavy. Number two, the acceleration 2.6 is not as accurate as the Porsche. The Porsche has a better 0 to 60 time, and the Porsche is lighter. Right, that is correct. And I don't know how much horsepower. How much horsepower does the Porsche have? I'm not really. I didn't buy the RFR. I didn't buy it yet, but I don't know how much it has. Do you know how much horsepower the car has? Because, you know, if it has 1000 horsepower, then shit, 700. Well, that's my question. Look, I'm gonna show right now. See, with this car right here, look how much horsepower it has. 675 horsepower, and it goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. Okay, now with this car in a quarter mile, this car will destroy my Challenger in a quarter mile because the car is lighter. The car obviously has a rotary. The rotary, what matters in the rotary is acceleration and speed. Okay, this car has a piston. The Challenger has a piston. When it matters is horsepower and speed. 0-60 in Porsche is, yeah, see, the acceleration time on a Porsche is 10 times better than this car. But if it was ever to race this car in a half mile, the GTI would probably win because the GTI is much lighter. Because this car weighs 1,800 pounds. This car is light. It's lighter than a piece of paper. But in the long run, the Porsche is gonna catch up to this car eventually because this car is not all about speed. You can tell. Yeah, it would win, but like I said, this car is not all about top speed. If you can tell right there, top speed is not really average as many other cars. But the Porsche will actually catch up to this car in the long run. Yeah, I know a lot about cars actually. I study that shit, you know, but that's why I'm pissed off. Like, where the hell is the 1,500 horsepower? Where is it, you know? Like, it went bye-bye? Like, what the fuck? Like, look at that, 1,592 horsepower. Where is it going? Like, it's not going nowhere. It's staying there, you know what I mean? Like, okay, the speed is impressive, but Jesus Christ, and the baby Jesus Christ, where is the horsepower, man? And you're right, OG, the physics are terrible in this game, you know? I feel like I'm playing GTA 5. Jesus, man. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll accept your friend request, man. I'll accept anybody's friend request that has at least you know, a nice attitude, because many people that come to my there was one guy came to my YouTube video. That guy was disgusting, man, and disrespectful. Messages. Let me check my phone. I think I'm talking, you know. I'm trying to explain, you know, trying to explain the concept, but why I'm like why am I freaking mad of this car? Like, yeah, it is horrible with racing, you know. Like, they have freaking weapons, you know. The cars cut you off when you stunt racing. Like, dude, what the hell, man? That's just the gay shit ever. But yeah, you're right, OG. The physics in this game, they're trash, man. I hope the next update they boost this car up at least with the freaking horsepower. You know, cause come on, this car is a beast. Look at the eyes. He ain't playing around. You know, I got a couple of skin packs for it. Oh man, they haven't. Oh. No, because I'm trying to explain. Why am I pissed off, you know? I was gonna say something to you, you know? Like, yeah, I was looking at your car. You got a problem with that? I got this one. But why the eyes bigger? Anyways, I got this one, the monster one. But I just took that off because I had that for a long time and it was pissing me off. Oh yeah, those kids that say that in GTA 5, do trust me, they haven't played Gran Turismo yet. I'm telling you, they're rookie at racing. Because Gran Turismo, for my opinion, when it comes to physics, are way better than this game. The driving, the physics, all that shit, man. But I don't know about the graphics. I haven't played the new one yet. Sure thing I will. I'll sub to you and you sub to me. Make that deal. But you know, my car is better than yours. Well, obviously the acceleration, you know, is much lighter. You know, that rotary kicks in with the front wheel drive, you know what I mean? My shit is rear wheel drive. My shit barely catches up to a... Yeah, no problem. I'll sub to you. Just write your YouTube name and I'll sub to you back. I don't really mind. But, yeah. The heaviest car. This has to be the heaviest car in the game. 35 to 4,500 pounds. This car has to weigh at least, because the pistons, takes a while for the pistons to recalibrate with the engine. Okay, yeah, that's your name. Oh, shit. Look at me, tripping balls. But anyways, the pistons, they go in, and it takes a while, you know? It's like, you know, the Challenger is a freaking Android, and it takes a while for you to go on the website, and the GTI is an iPhone, you know? So there you go. That's an example for people that know about cars. Oh, it's fine. You wasn't bothering me. No one bothers me. But Jesus, man. Physics, bro. OG, man. I learned something today, man. Physics are terrible in this game. Physics are terrible. But the physics on Rivals, Need for Speed Rivals, are good. So why didn't you put it on this one? This game is newer. I don't get it, man. I spent so much money on this car. It's not even a joke. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the video before I get a tantrum. This fucking car. Oh man. Come on, Challenger. Next update, man. I want you to be faster and stronger than ever. Anyways, guys, this is my random video right here, and why I hate physics in this game. This car is beautiful. I love it. You know, I get excited. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll probably make a Paragon video or a freaking Minecraft, or I don't even want to play Need for Speed anymore. The physics are bothering me. Oh man. And what's up with those cars appearing out of nowhere every time you're doing a drag race? They appear from the freaking sky and shit and destroy you. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video, guys. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video.